How's it going, guys? I have an issue of Muscle and Fitness here from December 2002. All right. Let's have a deep dive here. Weider Sports Meal. I'm sure most of you knew that the Weider brothers own Muscle and Fitness and Flex as well. Suck it up. Just in case you're interested in a closer look. Mesotech. The delicious way to build muscle. Man. Yeah, like I said before, I love the nostalgia of these magazines. But, 20 plus years later, I see a real downside to it, man, because the fitness industry is actually quite similar to Hollywood, where they basically sell people fantasies. Now in Hollywood, the fantasies usually revolve around sex and violence. And in the fitness industry, the fantasy revolves around the promise of more physical attractiveness. And that's what they use to drive people into the gym. That's what they use to get people to buy these magazines, and that's what they use to get people to buy these supplements, because you will look better. And like I said, it's just as phony as Hollywood, because there are a lot of great films that don't sell sex and violence. And there are a lot of great aspects of strength training that have nothing to do with how you look. One that's become way more important to me since I was about 45 was mobility and functional strength. I'm still muscular, but that's genetic, but I don't really care about that anymore. I don't focus on it. I don't do, 20 plus freaking sets for shoulders anymore like I used to. I don't do 25 sets for chest, like I used to. I'm not focused on muscular size and development anymore. I'm focused on mobility and functional strength, so I can move and function and take care of myself as I get older. And that's an aspect of strength training that the fitness industry almost ignores. And that's partially the fault of the people, because if you talk about that, nobody under the age of 40 will be interested. Hell, most people under the age of 50 won't be interested. But if you start telling them that they can be the hottest guy at the club and you can take selfies with your shirt off and get all the chicks, there you have it. There you go. That's going to bring people into the gym. And it's really stupid, because it does not work the way you think it does. You know, there are a lot of injuries that occur along the path of developing that beautiful bodybuilder physique. You know, there are a lot of, I mean, you're going to experience something, whether it's rotator cuff issues or shoulder impingements, bursitis, tendonitis. Those are really common. Bursitis, particularly in the elbow. You know, hip impingements, sciatic nerve issues. You're bound to experience something at some point. It's guaranteed. You know, and that's something that they should talk more about. But it doesn't sell gym memberships as quickly. So don't fall for that trap. You know, that trap of the beautiful body, because it's like selling your soul to the devil, man. There's, you know, a lot more to it than that. So these deep dives that I'm doing, I'm going to go through every page. Maybe I'll talk about some of what I see. Maybe I won't here and there, but I'm just going to go through every page. And I hope I don't go too fast, because I you know, I don't want these videos to be too long. But with the deep dives, I'm going to go over every page. Mike Matarazzo. And I think I may have shown 1 or 2 pages from this magazine in my first book, my first bodybuilding magazine video. The first one that I did was just kind of an overview. So I showed a bunch of covers, and I showed a few pages here and there, but I didn't go through every page. And, you know, I didn't really think anybody would care, but people seem to like that video, so I'm now doing deep dives. So I'll just show everything, every page. Corey Everson or Everson. I remember her. I remember her name, but you know, I never really got into women's bodybuilding. It's not that I wouldn't have watched it, but I just I don't remember it being covered as much. You know, back when I was a youngster, you know, we had ESPN. ESPN had a show called Muscle Mag, or Muscle Magazine, I think. That may be the title. I really don't remember. I'd have to look it up. And there may have been a couple of different, there were probably a couple of different bodybuilding shows on ESPN. But it was mostly the men that got all the coverage, as far as I remember. But hey, you know, I remember for a while they had couples bodybuilding. I can't remember if that was the technical name of it, but they would have men and women posing together, doing the same posing routine, like a choreographed posing routine with men and women, which was wild. But that didn't last long. Cheesecake talks to me. I just kind of program myself to know that if I eat it, that's going to be an extra 20 to 30 minutes of cardio. And I hate cardio more than anything. Yep, cheesecake is mighty delicious. Yeah, I love physical media. I love physical media, and this is good old-fashioned physical media. You know, digital media, for the most part, makes no sense to me, particularly in the realm of video games. I play video games. I actually collect them. I have a bunch of them, like 400 or 500 or so physical games. I hate digital. You know, yeah, if it's not physical, I don't want anything to do with it. I mean, unless it's free to download or extremely cheap. But to pay full price for digital media, for digital video games, makes no sense to me. You know, I mean, they can wipe their asses with their digital video games. But then again, I guess they can't, because you can't wipe your ass with something that doesn't exist. You can't wipe your ass with something that isn't there, that you can't touch. Yeah, I mean, imagine that they're trying to sell people on that. Let me have you buy something that you can't touch. Let me have you buy something that you can never own. This makes no sense to me. A lot of the younger kids, you know, have jumped on board with it. But me, I just can't do digital media. Like, if it goes all digital, then I'll just quit buying. You know, I'll just become a retro game collector. So again, these deep dives will show every page. These things are hard to get. You know, they aren't as easy as they may seem. I got my first certification in 1997. It was a lot of studying. Matter of fact, I still have the book, the primary source of information that the test was based on. I still have it someplace, and it was thick. Oh, it's right here. How many inches do you really need to satisfy a woman in bed? Look at that. That's wild. Some pictures are priceless. Yeah, long live physical media. Long live physical media. All right, that is the deep dive. To train biceps 2 days in a row. Crazy, it works. Yep, if you want to overtrain your biceps, look at that. To train biceps 2 days in a row. Crazy, it works. Yep. If you want to overtrain and end up with tendonitis, that's the way to go. All right. So I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Remember, this is a channel that's based on more than just bodybuilding magazines. I've just been doing this because they seem to resonate with people. But I'll be back soon with some more instructional videos on movements that you probably haven't heard of or done before. Real serious stuff, aside from all of this fluffy, make your biceps bigger nonsense and make your chest bigger nonsense that all these other YouTubers are putting out. I want to give you some real information, that's going to help people universally, because at the end of the day, making your chest bigger and your biceps bigger, a lot of that has to do with genetics. And I wish these guys would stop bullshitting, but, that's wishful thinking. So anyway, I'd like to thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you again soon on PLA Mind and BODYWURKS. I'll be back with more information and content on the fitness industry, personal training, and strength training in general. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.